Hi, I'm Corey.
And I'm Mel.
Join us as we travel Australia with our daughter and our dog
In our 200 series Land Cruiser and our Jayco Journey Outback. Welcome everyone to another 5 o'clock somewhere in Australia. So this week our episode takes us to Perth. So we only spent a few days there because we had school holidays coming up, long weekends coming up, and everything was booked out and busy. And welcome to my husband. He hasn't been on much lately because he's been off working. So Perth was all about finally having shops again, restocking, anything that was broken replacing. Some people needed new clothes. There was someone got new clothes, must have been Shelby. Towels, we got new towels. It was all that kind of stuff. And Perth was also for us about selling and buying caravans. So this is where we say goodbye to our Austrack Tanami and say hello to our Jayco Journey Outback. What is it? Jimmy Jayco. We've caught it now.
Is that what we're going with?
I thought that's what we're going with. Any comments? It was the craziest day ever. The actual changeover day, because it was
Cool.
worse. Going from a tiny house to a tiny house was nuts. Nothing like moving house. So we had to get up, pack up, clean the Tanami, then pick up the Jayco, and then it was moved back in. So there's some pretty wild photos. There's a few happy snaps.
Well, we had planned a contingency plan. Where we were staying, there was a spare site. And we'd spoken to the bloke and said, are we able to park our new van there while we swap everything over between the two vans? And then we were going to take our old van and put it in storage while we tried to sell it.
But we managed to sell it.
But I chucked it on Facebook Marketplace that afternoon. The afternoon we decided that we'd bought this new van. I had a lovely gentleman ring up from Albany, however you want to pronounce it, and said, I'll be up there tomorrow morning to have a look at it. Well, tomorrow morning was the day we were to pick up the Jayco, so...
And we literally had to have everything moved in to the journey that afternoon because there was rain coming that night.
Yep.
So
yeah, and old matey come up, looked at it, made us an offer we were happy with, and he drove away with the Tanami, and we drove out of there and went and picked up the Jayco, which was a pretty stressful morning because...
Oh, there was bank issues from our end going to the new van, and the guy that brought our van, he had issues, but it all got sorted.
Eventually. But it was a stressful day. It was also,
it was huge.
It was a big day.
As I said, pack up, clean, move in. It was a very long day, that's for sure.
Well worth it, but 100%.
No regrets.
No regrets at all. Like, that's the second major purchase we've made while we've been on holidays. And after the first one, the hassles we had buying a car while we're on holidays and changing everything out between the new car and the old car, we said we are never ever doing this again. And what did we do? We did it again. We're not the smartest.
Last time the issue was rego papers.
Yes.
Because we didn't have the rego papers for the old car. But then they were able to sort that out. And then we were worried that changing from WA over to New South Wales was going to be a drama, but
we sorted that out too.
That hasn't been a drama either.
No.
It's been a lot easier than what initially expected. So enjoy this quick episode of changing over vans, and I shall see you somewhere next week, 5 o'clock Friday. Moving on from our farm stay at Nambung, we head south to Perth and found ourselves up in the Perth Hills at a little property stay. Hello. So previously we had shared with you a couple of small things in some previous episodes. So issue number 1 was the muck mat slipping on the sea gear mat. So someone suggested some non-slip matting, if you can see it. There it is. And luckily we had some left over, so that problem is now solved, doesn't move around. Now the next one was the step. This carpet, what are people using? All that is just a hand towel. Yes, a hand towel from Kmart, folded into 3s. Obviously it doesn't fit there perfectly, but I've got it slightly to this side, which is where the opening is, where we walk on, and it's serving the purpose very well. Okay, for those of you that follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you would know I am in love with having an oven in my van. So this is why I love having an oven. I can do baking, which is I enjoy doing it. Now someone's hungry for cupcakes. She's meant to be doing schoolwork. Back to school today. She's straight into it. So, and that's the other thing. So now I'm not working, I have time to be able to do stuff like this. But then I also use it for dinner meals.
Look at the cupcake.
I've got a bit
chocolate.
I gotta try to be a bit creative and put a square of chocolate into the cupcakes. So they are just the Aldi packet gluten-free mix, and we sometimes, as you can see, I added a square of chocolate in the middle. Sometimes I add drinking chocolate. Oh, here we go.
The chocolate's gone hard.
Oh, is it hard now? Ooh. It was nice and soft and gooey yesterday, or last night when we had them. So back to the cooking and using the oven. So obviously I use it for my lasagnas and pasta bakes. What else have I done in it? So much stuff. Tuna bake. Meatballs. What did I do the other night? Oh, broccoli and cauliflower bake. I use this all the time as I love it. I'm trying to get it in the shot. And yeah, so it's not just baking, which I now have time to do. But with the baking, Shelby is loving having a crack. Most of this she did herself. Which has been great. So it's been building her independence and stuff like that. I love cooking with kids. If I haven't said it already before, it covers so much. It covers reading, it covers measurement in maths, it's science, watching, how it all comes together. It's, one of my favourite things to do when it comes to education and kids. Anyway, that's it. I love my oven. I love having an oven in a caravan.